Okay, welcome back. Let's pick up where we left off last time. Before apartheid was institutionalized in South Africa, it had been there for centuries. But why would apartheid be institutionalized in South Africa? After World War II, white labor shortage and rapid economic development attracted myriad of black people to flood into big cities. However, the capacity of the city cannot stand the influx of black people, which caused various kinds of social problems, such as rising criminal rates. Therefore, white people felt discontented with the situation and decided to change this. So they elected the National Party, which proclaimed that it will ensure the continued white domination. They passed a series of laws of which core ideas are all apartheid, racial segregation. The life of black people under apartheid is miserable. Before we talk about it, please allow me to introduce Trevor to you, because we need to use his example to explore the condition of black people under apartheid. Trevor Noor is a comedian from South Africa who grows up in the years of apartheid. His mother is black and his dad is a white native of Switzerland. He often tells his experience in South Africa in a hilarious way, even though it's miserable in others' eyes. According to the laws of apartheid, the marriage and intercourse between white and non-white was illegal. Just as Trevor writes in his autobiography, where most children are proof of their parents' love, I was the proof of their criminality, because his mother is black and dad is white, right? This is a photo of Trevor's mom and Trevor as a child. Moreover, blacks were required to move to the black homelands and only allowed to live in white areas if employed as a servant. Just as Trevor said, in America, the dream was to make it out of the ghetto. In Soweto, because there was no living the ghetto, the dream was to transform the ghetto. Women under apartheid, black and colored women, suffered both racial and gender discrimination during the time of apartheid. Trevor said, as a nation, we recognized the power of women, but in home, they were expected to submit and obey. So you see, it's a paradox, right? How apartheid was ended. Under the pressure from both the black people in South Africa and international community, the government finally overturned discriminatory laws, and officially, after 42 years, apartheid was ended. Nelson Mandela became the first elected president in a fully representative democratic election because of his successful leading in the resistance to apartheid policy. However, the condition of South Africa after apartheid was not as good as people thought before. I think it's because, seen from the outside, the apartheid was ended, but in reality, the line between races still exists. In order to attain strength, a nation must respect the principle of solidarity, the power of one voice, for without a defined sense of unity, a society is likely to crumble. The last two questions about South Africa. Does South Africa have a high crime rate? South Africa has a notably high rate of murders, assaults, rapes and other violent crimes compared to most countries. Poverty and poor service delivery directly impact crime levels, while disparities between rich and poor are also to blame. The second question: is it dangerous in South Africa? High violent crime and murder rates have earned South Africa a reputation as a dangerous destination, but while crime is certainly a problem, the vast majority of it occurs in South Africa's poor townships, which are seldom frequented by tourists. At last, I want to say, the future of South Africa is up to its people, based on its history. Okay, this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention.